Okay, so you've been taking some lessons lately on ratios and proportions. Lesson 5.2, you had some key ideas. The first thing you really need to understand is that a ratio is one comparison like this: 2/3, 2 out of 3. It can be a part, or it can actually be a comparison of whole things, like 2 out of every 3 cars sold are silver. That would be, they're actually whole cars, they're not pieces. That can sometimes get a little confusing for people, that we always think of fractions as only being a piece of something, like I had 2 out of 3 pieces of a pie. Okay, so you're thinking of one pie and you're thinking of 3 slices that's been divided up. So we need to keep in mind that it doesn't necessarily mean pieces. Okay, if you're talking about proportions, you're actually comparing 2 ratios to see if they are proportional, which would be something like, if we have 2/3, in this particular case, would equal the same thing as 4/6, which I can kind of prove in 2 different ways. I can prove this by multiplying the denominator and the numerator by 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. So I can prove that that can become, it's sort of like we did with fractions, that the 2/3 can become 4/6 and it's equal to the same thing. The other thing that they've been pointing out to you is that you can do this with cross products, okay, where you're actually putting kind of like an X, like the multiplication sign. Doesn't really matter which one you choose to do first. That 3 times 4 does in fact come out to be 12, okay, and that 2 times 6 also comes out to be 12. So the 2 cross products that you get for this, 12 equals 12, proves that these are proportional. The 2 ratios or the 2 fractions equal the same thing.